Killa Kella.
In the house. Dirty media.
Yes, we're here at the outside the Money headquarters with an artist with superhuman vocal skills. He's considered to be one of the best beatboxers in the world. Yeah, even better than the guy from Police Academy. It's Killa Kela. How you doing, bruv?
How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you.
Reveal your inner self. Reveal your inner self. Reveal your inner self. Reveal your inner self.
So look, it started all out with you when you in your teens, when you was with the 360 Physicals crew, yeah. And then you sent your mixtape to DJ Vadim. You done your first mixtape with Mr. Thing.
Yeah.
And you've been on tour. I mean, you've been on stage with likes of Pharrell, Prince, various people. What's been going on now, though?
Well, yeah, I mean, you set the story from the start. It's, as things have moved on, obviously I've done a lot of touring, done a lot of shows, a lot of features as well. Yeah. 3 albums down the line in my career, this is the big one. Crouch, Touch, Pause, Engage, which is the new forthcoming. The first single is Night Watcher, which comes out on the 25th of August. It's just a whole new diverse sound, taking other vocal disciplines, outside of the beatbox, moving into like singing and, Sex Pistol-esque kind of rapping and I don't know, it's almost like incorporating the beatbox into that and, scratching the words, reversing the words, changing my pitch from a girl to a psychotic monster, It's like, it's all about pulling those kind of vocal things into play, and also working alongside other producers and songwriters and whatnot to really give it the best platform it can as an art form, as well as myself as Killa Kela.
But your sound's very diverse. You've got like the drum and bass style, the hip hop style, the electro style, and you even call your style multi-vocalism, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's it's right away across the board. I don't know. I just believe that a lot of artists should be like that. Beatboxing as an art and as a sound, is always a good tool for marketing and stuff, and that always works in the best places. Even the untrained ear, out of human interest, would love it. But as an artist, it's important to be as diverse as you can, whether it's commercials, whether it's radio, whether it's TV or whatever, and I think that needs to apply also in the music, and some of the producers I've been working with on this trip, is I don't know, it's the creme of the creme in my opinion.
You're considered as one of the best big boxers in the world. That's some kind of credit going to you there. What inspired you to get into the beatbox? Because back in the day, it's like you had like Biz Markie, you had like Dougie Fresh, you had all these beatboxers, the guy from Police Academy, all these sound makers. Did these guys inspire you to be what you are today? Did you watch them and say, look, I want to do something like this?
It's hard because what I grew up listening to ultimately is the thing that I kind of end up rebelling against slightly. I was never a big fan of that 80s hip-hop beatbox thing. It never really sat right with me, and it was kind of one of the reasons why I started doing it, because I knew I had this thing, I've been doing it since I was like 6 or 7 years old, and my dad was a drummer, and my mum was into like soul and R&B, old Motown stuff, so it was always an influence, black music, and just the whole way the culture developed in hip-hop. I just heard the beatbox as being a little bit behind, and for me it was okay. Let's take it somewhere else. I was
take it to the future.
Yeah, well, yeah, in a way. I mean, I heard Razel, and I was like, yo. I mean, he set the standard. He set the standard of what the generation of beatboxers are doing now. But I was like, well, I can do that, and I can do a lot more as well. And as of that point there, including all the other art forms of hip hop that were kind of around back in those days, it's like now you've kind of, I don't know, you set your stall and you set your benchmark and you go for it, and that was kind of all I was on. And even today, it's not a day that goes by. I mean, I don't practice or anything. I haven't practiced for like years, but the sound will come out, and I just be like, right, well, no, that works. I'm gonna work on that sound. And at the end of the day, you have this massive sound library that over the years you collect in your head, and you have this.
You've been wooing crowds everywhere I've seen you, and like you always surprise people. You've always got something up your sleeve, and that's what I love about your style. And you say you don't practice it, so what happens? It just comes out when you perform.
Yeah, it comes out. I mean, there's a template for years. You know, every true musician will tell you this. There's always a template in which that you work from, and you bounce off of that.
Yeah.
So equally, in a day when I may hear a riff or a melody or a beatbox sound or a sample that sounds, and I can join the whole thing together, then in a day, then that's what you'll hear at the end of the night. And a lot of that comes through the processes of a sound check and stuff. You try and sound check, and you're like, oh, I'll try that. Maybe that'll work off of that. And it really does bounce.
But you got your crew Spit Kingdom, I believe, yeah? Do they play musical instruments while you do the beatbox and
They
that?
create the soundscape, ultimately. I used to have like a string quartet that come with me, but since then, we've just got the drums. Guy called Andy Knowles, we call it the Andy Show. He's the drummer. We've got DJ Electric, who creates the land.
Electric, I love that.
Laying down tracks, man. and Spider J on bass. All of them have like got a heritage in the music one's at one stage or another, so they've also incorporated a lot of writing and work in the album as well. So they create that landscape for me to roll all over.
I see you're shocking the money gums on. You got the hoodie, you got the t-shirt. Nice. Is that your kind of style?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the best thing about this stuff is that you can mix and match and just throw down. I'm a big fan of that. So I would say this is my gear for the summer, yeah.
Because you're touring, you're flying out after this interview, aren't you? Such a busy guy, this guy, flying out after the interview. Where are you going to? And what are you doing?
I go to Hungary, and then I go to Global Gathering. I've got a few other spot dates here and there over the end of this month. But yeah, you'll catch me rocking this on stage.
Rocking the money on stage, doing his thing.
Everywhere we can. I love it. I'm a big fan of it.
Well, let's hear you do your thing. Let's hear you do your multi-vocalism.
1, 2, bass.
Woo! It's all off. It's all going on here. Killa Kella, Mr. Lucas. Peace out.
Money.